Tonight, the search continues for this man, a person of interest in the murder of a mother of 5 from Plainfield Township. Yenly Garcia has not been located since police found 33-year-old Mollie Schmidt's body inside his apartment. 13 on your side's Keely Lovern has been looking into Yenly's past and his long criminal record. She joins us now from the newsroom with details. Keely?
Well, Juliet, we've learned that Garcia has a history of violence against women. Mollie Schmidt was described by her family as a loving mother and person, and they don't know why anyone would want to hurt her. But what we now know is that Yenly Garcia has a history of violence and assault.
44-year-old Yenly Garcia has a lengthy criminal past. In July of 2008, he was arrested for kidnapping and assault with a deadly weapon.
So the question becomes, how does somebody who has prior criminal history, who got sentenced to prison, how do they get out and then have the ability to commit additional crimes?
Details of the 2008 kidnapping and assault are disturbing, as court records reveal the female victim was dragged into an abandoned basement, handcuffed, duct taped over her eyes and mouth, and cut with a 7-inch kitchen knife. Court records show someone nearby reported hearing a woman screaming, and when officers found Garcia, he was pointing a gun to her head. Garcia eventually pleaded guilty to charges of false imprisonment and assault with a deadly weapon. In letters obtained by 13 on your side, Garcia had sent handwritten notes to the judge begging for mercy, saying he had bipolar disorder and severe depression. He was ultimately sentenced to a minimum of 8 years in prison and was paroled in 2016.
So even if somebody has a bad history, unless they've been convicted of something like first-degree murder where there is no chance of parole, they're most often going to become parole eligible at some point.
Before the 2008 offense, Garcia was already a 4-time habitual offender. He had 4 misdemeanors, including 2 assaults, a domestic violence charge, and an attempted retail fraud charge.
Michigan does have a very difficult and complicated sentencing scheme. It takes into consideration the particular crimes that were committed. It takes into consideration a person's past criminal history, and it takes into consideration specific incidents and specific things related to the crime that they have been convicted of. And when you put all of those things together, that's how we determine what a person's sentence is.
When Garcia got out of prison, the survivor, whose name we will not report out of respect for her privacy, almost immediately got an order of protection out against him, saying she was, quote, fearful for her safety.
So again, Yenly Garcia is still at large, and court documents say he may have ties in Miami, Florida. He is 5'10", 200 pounds. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact police, or you can send a tip anonymously through Silent Observer.